Everyone, today I'm here to do a different type of video. So every now and then I'll include a favorite things video where it's literally favorite things but books. I know this is primarily a booktube channel where I talk 90% of the time about books, but every now and then I like to shake things up and share with you some other things that I love that are not book related. Not every single month you're getting a, non-book related video. You're getting it just sporadically. So I hope that's okay. So yeah, I have a lot of things to talk about. I have some movie favorites, some TV favorites, some fashion favorites. I know, it's surprising. Some makeup favorites, and I also included some of my son's favorite things because why not? He's part of my life too. Let's share some of his favorites. So without further ado, let's begin. So the first thing I want to talk about is what I've been watching lately. First, I'm going to talk about some TV shows. I am really bad with watching shows that are up to date, like currently on air. I don't know, that's been that way since my son's been born. I have not been very good at keeping up week to week with shows. Oftentimes I'll just binge a season at a time of a different show, and that's exactly what I'm going to talk about today. So the first thing I binged was The Great British Baking Show. I binged so hard on that show. I had heard about it for such a long time. On YouTube, on Twitter especially, people love that show on Twitter, and I thought, oh, it's another cooking show, and I loved Top Chef at one point, but everything just got so competitive. They would just yell at each other, they would cuss at each other. It just got to be very high stakes all the time, just like intensity 100% throughout the whole season. The British Baking Show is definitely very chill, and I decided to watch it, and it is. If you just want a show to just zone out to just watch and just be like, this is the nicest thing ever, please watch that show. Yes, it is a competition because everyone wants to be the star baker, but everyone roots for each other. I'd really say it's more about technical baking. Like, they really focus on how to bake, and they'll teach you things. Like, I have learned things watching that show. So I watched like 5 seasons, however many was on Netflix. I binged it. I've even started rewatching it because it's such a chill show. Like, I love it. I never thought I would understand the hype behind that show, but I get it. It's just so amazing, just so calm. I love it. The next show I'm actually currently watching right now, I'm actually rewatching it. It's an old favorite that I think this is my first rewatch of it ever, which I'm surprised, and that is Ugly Betty. I watched Ugly Betty throughout its entirety when it first aired to when it ended. I loved it. I think it started airing in 2006, so if you haven't heard of Ugly Betty, please go watch it. It is a gem of a show that I don't think a ton of people really watch, and not a ton of people know about it now. It stars America Ferrara. Hope I pronounced that name right. I've loved her ever since like her debut in a very indie-ish film called Real Women Have Curves. I followed her career ever since. I know she's in Superstore right now, which I need to watch actually. But anyway, Ugly Betty, I'd say if you're a big fan of the Devil Wears Prada movie, which I love, please watch Ugly Betty. It's about Betty that works at a magazine, a very high fashion magazine, and she is not high fashion at all. She's just a regular girl to make it into, the industry and try to move up with her journalism career, and it's just such a great show. It is very, kind of kitschy, is that the right word to say? Sometimes the acting is not the best, but it's just a fun show to watch. I'm so glad I'm rewatching it right now. I'm on season 1, probably about to end it here soon, and it's about 4 or 5 seasons. I'm not sure. I love that show. It's a gem of a show. Other people want to watch it. It's on Hulu, so please check it out. Now on to movies. I don't watch a ton of movies. I maybe watch a new movie every month. There's a lot of movies that I have that I'll just kind of rewatch here and there, but I'm not a big movie person as much as I am of like binging TV, but I have seen a few movies in the past couple months, so I thought I'd talk about them. The first one, I saw Thor Ragnarok. How do you pronounce that? It's the newest Thor. I was very apprehensive about this movie because I've just heard mixed things about it, and overall I did really enjoy it. It's not my favorite Marvel movie by any means. My favorite Marvel movie, in case you're wondering, I'll give you my favorite two. The first one, Captain America Civil War, that is an amazing film. And the second one is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1. Love both of those. They're like my favorite Marvel movies. But I love the comedic turn they took in Thor. I thought Thor 1 was comedic somewhat, but very serious. The second one was very serious. And the third one, it was very comedic, very funny. It had Jeff Goldblum in it. It had just everybody in it. It was really funny. I always watch like every Marvel movie I can because I am a fan of it. I'm not nearly as knowledgeable in it as my younger brother. He knows everything, but I watched that. I also watched Doctor Strange. I wasn't the biggest fan of it, but I enjoyed it. I also saw Star Wars Last Jedi. I liked it, didn't love it. I know, throw all your stones at me. And those are the only movies I've seen like that are new. There's a whole slew of movies. I made a list this year because I want to be better about watching movies. So I've made a list. As soon as they come available to rent or DVD, whatever, I'm going to watch them. Moving on to makeup favorites, because I do have a few of those to show to you. The first one is my foundation that I have been just loving. It's the Clinique Beyond Perfecting Concealer and Foundation. So it's concealer and foundation all rolled up in one. This is a great full coverage foundation, and it's not too heavy. That's my main concern about foundations, is I don't want to feel like something's caked on my face at all times, because sometimes you put on foundations and it's like you have like a sheet mask on your face throughout the entirety of the day. This one's lightweight, like it feels lightweight, but it's definitely very, very full coverage. So I highly recommend it. I've used other Clinique foundations before. They're kind of just my brand, I've learned. With foundations, they don't make me break out a ton. They really match my skin very well, and I love the overall feel of them. So I highly recommend this one. The other two makeup favorites I want to talk about are lipsticks. So I've raved about the Balm's matte lip color a ton, and I do still love them. They are very, very heavy. Like they will stick on your lips like nobody's business. And wintertime, it's kind of hard for me to like them more because they're so drying, honestly, which it's not a big problem for me, but when it's wintertime and it's been especially cold where I live, like that, it makes it even drier on my lips. Different ones, and the two that I found that I really, really love are both by Rimmel, and they're the Stay Matte Liquid Lip Colors. I love both of these. I'm wearing this one right now in case you're wondering what it looks like. This is in the shade Firestarter, and it's just your classic red. That's my favorite color to wear, honestly. It's just a classic red. I think you just can't go wrong with it no matter what outfit you have on. I guess if you're wearing an all red outfit, you probably couldn't wear red lipstick, but classic red, I love it. I know there's different types of reds, like I just love the straight up red. And the other one I have that I really, really enjoy is kind of a mauve-y purple color, which surprisingly I like. I usually don't like colors like that, but this one's very soft. And this is one in the shade Heartbeat. Lightweight, they're not too heavy, they're not too dry. They do dry very well, but they're not like plastered on my lips like I feel like the Balms are. Like I love the Balms, but they're just very drying in the wintertime. So I would highly recommend these. They're at the drugstore. They're like $5 a piece. Love them both. I know they have other shades. I'm buying them slowly because I can do damage, honestly. So those are the recommendations I have for makeup. Next up, I want to talk about some fashion favorites. I never talk about fashion because I feel like I have the worst fashion in the world. Like sometimes I feel like I'm really good, and sometimes I feel like, why do I try? Because I have zero fashion sense at all. But I want to talk to you about earrings today. First thing are these earrings I'm wearing right here. I got these at Target because that's where I shop. 95% of my time is Target. These are, I don't even know what they're from. Maybe Bobble Bar? I'm not sure. But they're just the typical, I don't know how you say it, not ear climber ones, but they hang off your ear. I really enjoy them. I'll do a close-up of them. I'm loving these. They're just my style. I like getting earrings every few months or so. It's fine with me. I'm a girl with very simplistic taste. Like if I find something that works, I stick with it. I roll with it for however long I can have them. So I'll probably be wearing these for like the next 5 years because that's how I am. I get my money out of things. And the other earrings that I love, that I just, these are my favorite right now, honestly, are these little drop earrings. So you put them in your ear and they kind of hang down. These are just stunning. Again, from Target. Both of these pairs are like 10 bucks a piece. I love these. They're just so beautiful. I just think they're simplistic. I'm sure I'll have to replace them in a few months because they're not like the best quality, but I think these are just so simple and so stunning yet elegant. Lots of style, I feel like. So the two earrings, both at Target. I'll try to leave the links down below for you for all my Target fans out there because I know you're out there. And the next thing I want to talk about are jeggings. That's right, I said jeggings. I discovered the world of jeggings recently, and jeggings are literally leggings that are styled like jeans, but they're not really jeans, they're fake jeans. I'm not the biggest fan of jeans. I've got some thighs, like they are there. Like I feel like when I gain weight, it goes strictly to my hips and my thighs, and that is where it stays. It does not budge. I don't know why, but because of that, I'm not the biggest fan of jeans because of my thighs. They're so big. Now, however, leggings, I will live in leggings and like workout pants my whole entire life. So jeggings, I've learned, are the same thing as like leggings, but they're kind of like jeans, but not really. They're super stretchy, they're super breathable. I love them. These are also, you guessed it, from Target. These are the brand Ava and V. They're the plus size brand at Target. It's my first time ever getting bottoms from Target. I'm very particular about bottoms because I just, like I said, my thighs and my hips are just, could go on for days. I highly recommend them, especially, you know, if you're a thicker girl like myself, no shame in that at all. definitely check out the brand Ava and Vive. They have some really good prices. I'd say this was like 35 bucks, which is kind of pricey, but I'll make it last for a long time, okay? The last fashion favorite I want to talk about is actually a gift from my mom for Christmas, and she got me some Uggs. That's right, Uggs. I never thought I would be an UGG fan because I feel like it was not my style. I didn't think I was cool enough to pull them off because back in the early 2000s, UGG it was all about. I don't know if these are even in style now. If I'm honest with you, I don't care because they're so damn comfortable. Like these, when everyone says Uggs are so comfortable, they are not lying. It's like literally walking on a cloud. So these are actually Koolaburra by Uggs. I don't know. She got them at Kohl's, I think. Either way, I'm obsessed with these. I probably need to clean them soon. I wear them all the time in wintertime. Like, these are my shoes. These are riding boots or when I live in the wintertime. So I'd highly recommend these. I don't know what the price was of these. Thanks, Mom, for these awesome Christmas gifts. I wear it all the time. We're almost done, I promise you. The next thing I want to talk about is my planner. So this is my 2018 planner from the Happy Planner. I love the Happy Planner. I've done a whole video of how I plan and showing you pretty much my last year's planner, 2017, and also an inside sneak peek or just the general tour of this planner. So this one says, this is your year. If you can see it, probably not, sorry. What I'd say about the Happy Planner is it's customizable. You don't have to have anything that you don't want in there. For example, this right here is books I read in 2018. Maybe I don't want that in there anymore. It's out there. You're like, oh no, you ripped the page, Heather. No, I didn't. You can put these right back in the rings. So you can add pages in there. You can take pages away. It's completely customizable and you can buy different things with it. So I have sections upon sections. I plan my videos like this. Like I said, definitely check out my planner video. I'll leave it right here if you want to learn more about this planner in particular. But I highly recommend the Happy Planner. The Happy Planner has been my favorite planner for the past 3 years. That's how much I've enjoyed these planners. So, and it's hard for me to say because I was a planner junkie. Like I used to have a new planner every 3 months because I could never find one that worked for me. The Happy Planner is my planner for the rest of my life probably. So check out the video if you want to learn more, but I'll leave the links down below for the Happy Planner. I get mine at Michael's and I always have a coupon. And the last favorites I want to talk about are Noah's favorites. Noah has some favorite things too. The first two I want to talk to you guys about are his 2 favorite books right now. He switches very frequently of books that he likes. He has a whole, I'm not kidding, that kid has so many books, but he loves books. I read him at least 20 books a day probably, and he brings them to me. The first one he is loving is Best in Snow by April Pulley-Sayer, and this is literally photographs of snow explaining about winter, and it's just beautiful. The photographs are stunning in it. He loves looking at the squirrel and the trees and the snow, and it's just beautiful. I love these books. She has several other ones that I already own. She has one about rain, which he loves. She has one about fall, which he loves. I really need her to make a springtime one and a summertime one. Those would be beautiful. So I love these books. This is one we read every single day, particularly fitting because it's the winter time. So that's one that he's really loving right now. The other one that he loves actually got sent in the mail last month, and that is Paddington Pop-Up London. So this got sent to me in celebration for Paddington 2 movie, and I didn't think he was gonna like it because he's never really been a fan of pop-up books, but he loves it. And this is a stunning book, if you guessed it, about Paddington. So I'm gonna have to be really precarious here. And I have to be very careful with him because he still destroys things, but either way, look at that. It's so stunning. It's just a tour of London throughout, and I think the book is, I think this book is featured in Paddington too. Like it's about this book, honestly. I'm not sure, but either way, this is stunning. I highly recommend it if your kid loves pop-up books. This is a great pop-up book. He makes me read this like 10 times a day. I've already read this 5 times a day, so I love it, but he loves it, so that is awesome. So Christmas just happened last month, and with that, Noah got a lot of new toys and stuff from us, from his grandparents, from his uncles, from family members, and the theme of this Christmas was cars, particularly Lightning McQueen. I am not kidding when I say I have at least 8 Lightning McQueens. I'm looking at them right now. Here's 3 in my hand. There's 4 over there. So he is obsessed with the Cars movie franchise. He got Cars 3 for Christmas and he loves it. We don't talk about Cars 2 because that was horrible. So he loves Cars 1 and he loves Cars 3 and he loves Lightning McQueen. So we have so many Lightning McQueens. And with that, some of these talk, some of these don't. Lightning McQueen, this one talks. This is like the biggest one. He loves this one. This one's like a remote control one. This one like goes. I am so could shout out, and he loves the Cars 3 soundtrack. I'm grateful that my son loves things, but good Lord, am I kind of sick of these. And the other toy he got for Christmas that he really enjoyed, and this is a toy that I got for pretty cheap, I'm not gonna lie to you. I had a coupon and it was on sale, so I was like, winning. And he loves it. It's this Thomas mini thing. I know you're like, this looks very elaborate. It's really not that elaborate. I will say this was originally $40 and I got it for $10 because I know how to shop deals. So it was a steal. And you turn it on and the cars go up and then they go through the loop-de-loop. There you go. They also can go on this track and this track. He loves this. It's really weird with my son, probably all kids in honesty, is I'll buy him a toy and I'll think he'll love this one toy and he's not interested in the toy that I thought he would love, but he's interested in a toy that I thought he was gonna be like not into. And that was one that I was like, he might like that, probably not. He freaking loves it. That's the Thomas Mini. I don't know, I'll leave the link down below, but either way, yeah, that's been our life right now. Like Thomas motorized engines and Cars 3. A lot of noise. Either way, those are some of my favorite things and my son's favorite things. I hope you guys enjoyed this. So like I said, this is once every 3 months, so don't get used to seeing this. Don't be like, oh, book videos are gone. They're not. This is just every sporadic once in a while. So either way, I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you like any of these favorite things I mentioned, please let me know. Hopefully you'll check some of them out. If not, that's okay too. But either way, I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you did, be sure to give this video a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next one.